Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Velinthiva.T.Deldprinda. You can call me Velin. My student ID number is 1811072002. I am from 3rd grade D4 Telecommunication Engineering Polytechnic State Padang. On this opportunity, I will present my analysis on the user manual. The user manual that I will analyze is the oscilloscope manual. I'll begin by analyzing the table of content. From this picture, we know that in the table of content there is no introduction, but begins with the test instrument safety. At the end, the table of content is completed with a block diagram, like this. Now, moving on to imperative part 1. Number 1, number 3, and number 4 are using imperative because the beginning of the sentence using the bare infinitive of the verb or the infinitive without to and not using a subject. Number 1 is negative imperative. Number 3 and number 4 are positive imperative. For number 2, number 5, and number 6 do not begin with an imperative because number 2 using if clause and number 5 and number 6 gives the condition first, then uses the imperative. We're still talking about imperatives part 1. Number 7, number 8, and number 9. Look at this picture. Number 7 and number 9 do not use imperatives because at the beginning of the sentence using the subject. Some equipment. This is subject. Equipment. This is subject too. Next, imperative part 2. Let's pay attention in a red box. Number 1 and number 2 in a red box using imperative. Both are positive imperatives which have the following characteristic: verb plus object or complement. Next, part 3. Let me expand on this point. Look at this picture. Number 1, number 3, and number 4 are in a red box using imperative. All 3 are positive imperatives which have the following characteristic: verb plus object or complement. And number 2 does not use imperatives because it begins with an object and includes a passive voice, like this. Now, let's move on to my next topic, which is linking words. As we can see, there are many red circles, like this. The word inside each red circle is a linking word. Use and then. Turning to use of language. According to my opinion, the language use is good and easy to understand. Then, use formal language, and the language is simple and sequential so that it is clear and easy to understand. To conclude, I'd like to say there is no introduction in this manual oscilloscope and also not in the table of content. Then, in the instructions using many imperatives, but there are still some instructions that have not fully used imperatives. The linking word that are often used in this oscilloscope manual are the words and then. Yeah, I think that's all. Thanks for your attention. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.